What's up, everybody? Justin here with another my top 100 wrestlers. These are some of the best and some of my favorites. So, anyways, this is part 9 of my top 100 wrestlers. Only 5 names, only 5 wrestlers I'm going to give to you in this part 9. Number 15 down to number 10. So, let's start it off. Number 10. The late, great King of Hearts, Owen Hart, number 15. Did I say number 10? I meant 15 down to 10. Number 15, Owen Hart. What a run. The guy sadly was taken way too soon. Could have been a WWE champion if he lived. Should have been if he lived. Could have been a WWE champion at the end of 99 or 2000 or 2001 if he stayed around. Or who knows, if he lived, he could have left, took time off, came back in like 2003 or 4 or 5 or something and won the title. Number 15, Owen Hart, had the best run of his career in the WWF. Especially in 94 and 90, I'd say 94 and 97. He was just damn good. 96, he was good. He was a tag champion with the British Bulldog, his brother-in-law. 94, he was just a great heel. Such a good heel. Turned on Bret, his brother. At Royal Rumble, had a great match at WrestleMania 10, one of the best WrestleMania matches ever. One of the best opening WrestleMania matches ever, because it opened the show. Was a King of the Ring winner, a tag team champion, an Intercontinental champion, a 2-time Slammy Award winner, which I always thought was great, because he stole the Slammies and just went up to the stage and took it and said, I won. Congratulations. It was great. I mean, the fans, they were chanting Nugget at Owen Hart when he was a heel, and he was part of the Nation, the only white guy, a part of the Nation of Domination. Why? Because he was that good. So anyways, before WWF, Owen Hart worked in New Japan. Either New Japan or All Japan, he was a part of. I've seen his matches from, I think it was New Japan, because it was against Jushin Thunder Liger. Then Owen Hart in 1990 actually was a part of WCW for a short time. Then he's part of WWF in 91. 92, he's still there. 93, he wasn't used that much at all until, I would say, around till after SummerSlam 93, he was used a lot more, because they really started building towards a Bret Owen feud at Survivor Series 93. So number 15, Owen Hart. About his death, I will just say it's one of the saddest things ever that has happened in wrestling. One of the worst tragedies ever. I mean, the Owen Hart death is a tragedy. Should have never happened. Could have been avoided. They shouldn't have had him come out of the arena. But I don't blame Vince. I don't blame Vince Russo. I don't blame Vince McMahon. I don't blame WWE. They didn't kill him. It was an accident. It was a tragic accident. Because Sting in WCW did it all the time. Came down from the arena, came down from the ceiling all the time. He had a harness on. He never had an accident, thank God. And of course, after Owen passed away, Sting never again came down from the roof or the ceiling. Just one of the worst tragedies ever. the Chris Benoit tragedy is not one of the worst ever because Chris Benoit, he did it. So he went insane. I don't know what the hell his deal was. I don't know if he's drunk, on drugs, out of his mind. Who knows? But the Owen Hart tragedy is worse because it was an accident. And the Benoit tragedy was caused by Chris Benoit. Even though that was a really bad tragedy, it made me sick and just made me kind of sad and ashamed to be a wrestling fan after I heard what Chris Benoit did. It made me sad and ashamed that I was disgusted and sick that I was ever a fan of his. But that's a different story. Number 15, Owen Hart. The late, great Owen Hart. Please put him in the Hall of Fame. The guy deserves it. I'm sorry, but I agree with what Bret Hart said about Owen Hart's widow, Martha Hart. I know she wants Owen's name and image. I guess she wants none of it in WWE. She doesn't want them to profit off Owen Hart. Even though they put out a DVD of his career. So they did profit already out of his image and likeness by telling his story. And I don't blame WWE for that. Owen Hart has a ton of fans still. They wanted a DVD of him. They also, Martha Hart, I know you don't want Owen a part of wrestling and you want nothing to do with wrestling. You don't want your kids a part of it, whatever. Even though, who knows, maybe one day one of your kids might want to start wrestling. Then what are you going to do? Stop them? I don't think so. So anyways, the fans want and deserve to have Owen Hart be put in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry. I know you lost your husband. But the fans deserve to have Owen Hart in the Hall of Fame because he's that good. He deserves that honor. His family, Bret, Diana Hart, all his sisters, and his remaining brothers deserve to put Owen in the Hall of Fame. Just because you hate WWE doesn't mean that you should punish us fans. And I'm just saying, didn't Martha Hart win like over $3 million in court when she sued WWE or sued the makers of the vest, the accident, the harness? I don't know who she sued, but I believe WWE and her were fighting in court for years. And I believe she got millions out of them. So I guess a part of the court agreement was he can't be a part of WWE television, his image, his likeness, or whatever. They can't profit off Owen Hart's name. Well, I want to, maybe you don't know this, Martha Hart, but Owen is a part of, on the WWE network, every single one of his matches is on there. You can't block that. You can't stop that. Owen Hart loved wrestling. That was his career. Let him go in the Hall of Fame for all his fans to see. Number 14, Mr. McMahon. Vince McMahon is Mr. McMahon. Heel Mr. McMahon, one of the greatest, most over heels of all time. One of the most hated heels of all time is Mr. McMahon. It's such a good run with Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, Mr. McMahon against anybody drew money. Mr. McMahon against The Undertaker, Mr. McMahon against Stone Cold, Mr. McMahon against Mankind, against Shane, against Triple H, against anybody. Drew, sadly, and I was not a fan of this matchup or them putting them in a match, but Vince McMahon, Mr. McMahon against Stephanie, his own daughter, that drew money. Even though I didn't like it. I do not want to see a father beating up his daughter in a ring. I'm sorry, I don't, but I did. Number 14, Mr. McMahon. I mean, what? He had so much heat, especially in the Attitude Era. 98, 99, 2000. 2000, he turned babyface. In 99, he turned babyface too, when he won the WWE Championship. And no, I wasn't upset that he became WWE Champion. It did not bother me because he just gave up the title like a week later. So, Mr. McMahon, again, when you cut promos and start talking, the crowd would shut him down and just start chanting, asshole, asshole. That was great. Great stuff. I don't think anybody can get heat again like Mr. McMahon did. The only guy that was close, in my opinion, was Tommaso Ciampa. That was the only guy that... And Cody Rhodes also was a damn good heel. Number 13, as part of the Steiner brothers, not by himself, but number 13, Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner was damn good. He's the first guy ever I saw do a head scissors, hurricanrana, whatever you want to call it, Frankensteiner. He's the first guy I ever saw do that. And that's an amazing move. That Frankensteiner, I still don't know how he did it. Amazing finisher. As Big Papa Pump, he was a damn good talker. I will say that. By himself as a heel, he was a damn good talker. He wasn't that good in the ring anymore. By 98, he was not. He was too jacked. He was on like 20,000 different roids. So he couldn't move that much, but he was still a good talker. But the Steiner brothers, Scott Steiner, was so damn good. Number 13. Number 12. This guy was never my favorite. Was never my favorite wrestler. But he deserves to be on this top 100 wrestlers. Number 12 is Bret the Hitman Hart. I respect him so much for all that he's been through. The guy had a career-ending injury with a concussion. Had a just... His WCW run was the absolute shit. It was really bad and just sad and depressing to watch because they didn't know what the hell to do with him. I mean, just watch Bret Hart's WWF run and his stuff he did in WWF. He looked way more comfortable, way more confident. In WCW, they treated him like a mid-carder. It was sad. Even though he won the WCW title. And that was a little bit too late. Too little, too late that they gave him the world title. They should have gave it to him way before that. Way before October 99, he should have been the world champion. Probably should have defeated Hogan or Goldberg in 98 or 99. So number 12, Bret the Hitman Hart. One of the best technical wrestlers. Was not that good of a talker at all. But his best run, his favorite run of, my favorite run of Bret's career was when he was a heel with the Hart Foundation in 97. That was the best Bret Hart, in my opinion. That was when Bret Hart was at his absolute best with Davey Boy, Owen, Brian Pillman, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, the Heel Heart Foundation faction. That was Bret's best run of his career, in my opinion. And then he had another good run as WWF champion when he won it at SummerSlam 97. And before that, before Bret became a world champion and one of the top guys and one of Vince's top guys, and I believe Bret was definitely one of Vince's favorites, in my opinion, in the early 90s, because he pushed him like crazy. Before Bret was world champion in 92, the guy was a damn good singles wrestler and damn good tag team wrestler. Number 12, Bret the Hitman Hart. I used to have a Bret the Hitman Hart t-shirt from 96. I don't know where the hell it went. I think I gave it away to one of my friends years ago. Anyways, but I did have a Bret the Hitman Hart shirt. I actually did. And I still have a couple of his action figures. Anyways, number 12, Bret Hart. Number 11, the American Dream Baby, Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes. My gosh. What a great talker. So damn good. Damn good in the ring. For a big guy, a little bit overweight, a little bit of meat on his bones, son of a plumber, the American Dream. The guy was a damn good worker. Had good matches with Harley Race, Ric Flair, Superstar Billy Graham, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson. Oh, Dusty, man. So sad he's gone. He is gone too soon. He should have lived till he's like 70s or 80s at least. So number 11, the American Dream Baby, Dusty Rhodes. Rest in peace, Dusty Rhodes. I miss you. But every time I see you on the network, I get a smile on my face. So number 10, the final wrestler of this part 9 of my top 100 wrestlers, number 10. He is currently jumped ship, made a big impact in 2019 already. Could have went back to WWE, made a lot of money. Instead, he jumped to AEW. Who am I talking about? Y2J Chris Jericho, number 10. What a career he's had. The guy's a future Hall of Famer. What a career. And I don't blame Jericho at all. I'm not upset at him at all for going with AEW over WWE. He always considered himself a WWE guy. But that gets thrown out the window when you're offered a huge deal. Jericho has said many times in a couple interviews, AEW and Tony Khan offered him the biggest money deal that he's ever signed of his career is from AEW. This is the most money he said he's going to make when he signed with AEW. He said the money was just like double or triple the times of what WWE offered him. And he did talk to Vince before, I'd say 2-3 weeks ago. He talked to Vince about signing a contract, but the money was not even close to what AEW was offering Jericho. And good move by AEW. Really good move to sign Jericho. Because the guy's damn good still. He's still the damn best at what he does. He's still entertaining as hell. He's still putting on damn good matches. He's a damn good legendary talker. Guys had good runs everywhere. Jericho had a good run in Smoky Mountain Wrestling with Lance Storm, but they weren't there that long, but they still had good tag matches. Jericho had a really good run, really got himself over in WCW when nobody wanted to push him. And I don't think anybody came up with the Monday Night Jericho stuff except Jericho. He came up with that by himself because nobody on creative really cared to push him. That was just great stuff in WCW. And he'd get on the mic and say, "Welcome to Monday Night Jericho." That was just great stuff. Then he got bodyguard Ralphus. That was epic. That was just funny, great stuff. Entertaining as hell. And he made fun of Goldberg. That was entertaining as hell. Brought in a fake Goldberg, some guy that looked like a midget. Or a really small guy that looked like Goldberg. Jericho brought him in, made fun of him, put him in the lion tamer, and he tapped out. And then Jericho went to WWF, one of the greatest debuts ever Jericho had. August 99 on Raw from Chicago. He interrupted The Rock. That's one of the greatest debuts ever. Remember the build-up and the hype for Jericho's debut? I do. Had the Millennium Clock counting down, and that Raw Chicago in August 99, it counted down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Jericho's music went off, pyro went off, Jericho's on the stage like that. Epic. Great debut. What an appearance he had at the AEW rally. That was legendary, that appearance he made. His debut for AEW at that rally. So anyways, number 10, Chris Jericho. Guys held titles in Mexico, Japan. Mexico, Japan. He's the IWGP Intercontinental Champ. WWE like 8 or 9 time Intercontinental Champ, many time Tag Champ. With Edge, Big Show, who else? Christian. WWE first ever undisputed champion, where he'll never let us forget. He'll probably say it on AEW. I am the first guy to defeat Stone Cold and The Rock in the same night. And he is. I mean, Jericho's just reinvented himself in his career, different looks, different characters, so many times. The guy is so over. Remember the list? That was epic. And before I go, Jericho even explained how he wanted to get over saying it. He wanted to get the word it over, and it actually got over. And the list got over, and it was like an accident. It was like a joke, but it really got over. Just backstage or in the ring saying, "You just made the list!" Epic. Just damn good, damn entertaining stuff. Jericho could do anything. That guy does rock music with Fozzy. That guy could be entertaining as hell on a sitcom or in movies. Jericho can do anything he wants. The world is his. And it is a big gain. Big signing, big gain for AEW to get Jericho. Really good for them. I'm happy for them. Because now WWE will have some real, in my opinion, I truly believe it, in 2019, 2020, with Jericho, WWE, and with a billionaire behind AEW, WWE is finally going to have some real competition, and they have not had it since 2000, well, not even 2001, because WCW was like dead by then. Not really in 2000 either. I'd say WWE is going to finally have some real competition for the first time since 1999 with AEW, in my opinion. Especially if AEW gets on a big cable network, a big channel, then WWE is not going to like that. And they're probably going to be nervous and a little bit nervous about that. They're already super nervous that Dean Ambrose wants to leave because they talked to all the talent already and said, I'm going way off topic of my top 100 wrestlers, but so what? WWE has told all their talent, if their contract's up in 1 or 2 years, they told all of them, please re-sign. We want you to re-sign a 5-year contract, and they're going to offer them a lot more money. Good for a lot of the talents, not just in WWE that are underutilized and not used, but for talents that want to go to AEW or stay in WWE. All of them, they're all going to benefit. All the wrestlers are going to be benefiting in 2019 and 2020, and I'm very happy. They're all going to be making a lot more money than they were because WWE finally looks like they have some real competition to compete with. They're definitely going to be trying to keep talent away from AEW. Away from AEW. They're going to be trying to keep talent away from them. I'm not surprised they released Hideo Itami because I don't think they care if he goes to AEW. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed my top 100 wrestlers part 9. The final part, part 10. Part 10 I will be doing after Super Bowl Sunday, so bye for now.